Hi boys and girls, it's Mrs. Bikey again. Today for math, we are going to compare items not by their height and their length like we did the other day. Today we're going to compare items by their weight. So we're going to be using words like lighter than or heavier. We're going to be using words like lighter and heavier. So, I have a question for you. I asked you the other day, who did you think was taller when we were talking about height? You or your grown-up? I'm going to ask you the same question. Who do you think is heavier? Who do you think weighs more? You or your grown-up? Who do you think is heavier when you're looking at, when you're measuring, comparing weight? You or your grown-up? You are right. If you said that your grown-up weighs more or is heavier than you, you are correct. So today, we're going to be comparing objects by their weight. So one of the things that we had in school, and we had this maybe in our math center or our science center, was a pan balance. And this is one tool that a mathematician might use to, or a scientist might use to compare weights of an object. This is called a pan balance. Well, Mrs. Bikey doesn't have a pan balance at home because it's at school, and I don't think you have one either. So today we are going to compare objects not using a pan balance like the one we have in school. We're going to be using our hands. Okay? So we're going to put one object in this hand and another object in this hand, and we're going to compare which one is heavier than the other. So the first one I have is, let's see, a rock. Okay, this is a rock Mrs. Bikey found outside in her woods. So I have a rock, so I'm gonna put rock in here and I'll let you hear it. It's pretty hard, okay, And Mrs. Bikey has a penny that she found in her wallet, okay? So I'm going to compare the weight of the rock and the penny. And I'm going to decide which one is heavier, which one is really makes hard to hold. It's heavier. Definitely the rock is heavier. The penny is lighter than the rock. So heavy. Hard to hold. All right, let's compare. It's going to be a little bit of a trick. See if I can trick you. Okay, we're going to compare these two objects. You're right, they're balls. This is a bouncy ball that we might have on the playground when we play on the blacktop. And this is a field hockey ball. Okay, I showed you the field hockey sticks when we were measuring the length. I showed you Macy's. But this is the ball that you use to play field hockey. Now, they're both balls, they're both round, they're both the same color, but we're comparing their weight today. Which one do you think is heavier? The field hockey ball or the playground ball? So I'm going to use my hands to compare. Which one is heavier? Which one's harder to hold? Heavier. How many of you think it's this ball? How many of you think it's the field hockey ball? Guess what? The field hockey ball is heavier than the bouncy ball. Some of you might have been tricked because you said, the playground ball is big. It's bigger than the field hockey ball, so it must be heavier. Nope. This hockey ball is heavier than this playground ball. Just because it's bigger doesn't mean that it's going to be heavier. Okay, so the field hockey ball is heavier than the playground ball. Our last objects that we're going to use today, that we're going to compare their weight. Which one is lighter or which one is heavier? Okay, so here's a water bottle and it's empty. Mrs. Bikey drank her water this morning, so there's no water in it. It's just an empty plastic water bottle. And this water bottle, I haven't drank yet. This is going to be for my dinner. Haven't drank it yet. So this one's full. So we're going to compare the two water bottles and we want to compare them by their weight. Which one is lighter? The one that doesn't have any water in it? Or the one that does? Which one is lighter? I'm using my hands like a pan balance to compare. Yes, the empty water bottle is lighter than the full water bottle. Doesn't weigh as much. It's easier to hold. This one, gets heavy after a little while. This is easy peasy. It's light, light, light. So you were right if you said that this empty water bottle was lighter. So boys and girls, you did a great job comparing objects by their weight today. And remember, measurement is important because you can compare objects by their height, how tall they are from top to bottom. You can compare measured items by their length, how long they are from one end to the other. Or you can compare objects by their weight, by how heavy or light they are, which one is heavier or lighter. Great job today in math.